Jugarsan sugar quieres palama de tu meres. Tic-da-la-la-la-la. Jugarsan kiriaka. Jugarsan sugar quieres
around them trying to fight for that position, it might get a little bit hairy scary for Team Dope.
Team Dope, I swear to God, please. I know you're not listening to me because you got some delay on the stream, but please go for that compound. If you don't go for it, I'm going to be heavily disappointed because that is almost a golden opportunity to take chicken dinner on game one. If any team steals a throw from them, they're going to heavily regret it. So hopefully they'll be able to make the right call on this one. But Sirens, thinking of trying to do the right call, but Atlantes Cycle will be the first to do it. It's got a lot of cars under control. They can easily rotate down south. Not too many teams around there, but it's through the fields. Few teams might take some easy shots.
And the position by the Sirens is an example in my eyes of why you shouldn't go too close to the coastal line when the circle is on the coast, because 9 times out of 10 it will eventually shift away, and when it does shift away, there's a really high risk that they're going to get punished.
Oh, Atlantes Cycle saying hello. The Carabao horses are going to be a little bit intertwined. Titan, unfortunately, in that shack there, really struggling to hold on to that position. Barracuda got spotted out for a split second. He should get dropped very quickly. Also, Atlantes Cycle, you know what? They're looking good. Already 2 kills up in their arsenal. Looking for way more in this game. There's Carabao horses in the back. They got an extra knock on them. There's really troublesome position. But this entire game, this entire circle is very hard to play on because there's a lot of flat terrain, making it that if you push a lot of teams out of the circle even, could have information on your position.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of kind of ridges like you see Atlantes cycling currently right now. So if you're able to use those to your advantage, it can definitely be beneficial as a grenade is going to get cooked up tight. And surely you're going to get knocked down. No way,
it went through. It went through 2 windows, Imperium. Actually, oh no, there you go. The second shall be a bullseye. It's going to be connecting. Atlantes Cycle picking up 4 kills. That's the feels so bad. You chuck it through a window and it goes throughout the other window on the other side. That's a big L, but Sirens also taking the L as Luna and Eren going to be both dropped to their knees, trying to cross on over the road. And that's what he said, right? You don't want to heavily commit too much to the coastal line, because if you have to cross back on over the road like that, it's going to be the end of the beans for you.
Luckily, there is still Cakes left standing. Is she going to be able to get knocked down? Not quite. Guisin going to be put under a little bit of pressure. V4, the French side, are still in this game, but the blue zone is closing in through the smokes. They're going to have to go. They're going to face Atlantes Cycle in front of them.
Bonne chance les Français in French. Good luck, French people. Let's see if V4 can take this win. Trying their best to push on through, but Atlantes Cycle, they are relentless on this hole. They got the little dip too that they're hiding behind, gives them a lot of extra coverage, and they can peek from that location so goddamn easily. I don't know if V4 can really make it out, as Piranha's the only one that's really looking healthy. Crawl going to try and actually just crawl and get extra information for his team, but unfortunately it's going to be very shortly lived. Piranha now going to go for the final race. He knows he doesn't have enough time. He's got to run into the circle. He's going to be just so damn close. But yet so far, 8th position for V4. 7 teams still remain.
Yeah, and the circle on that face shift up north. So the teams that are on this southern area of this map is under a lot of pressure. Magic, one of those sides, are a little bit on that southeastern play with Clay, GLA, and 4 Romanian men firmly in front of them. They have the high ground. They have those angles, but with the blue zone closing in the next 10 seconds max, they're going to have that blue zone pressure.
Sirens eliminated in 7th. Now we got any 6 teams in play. We saw Edig of Atlantes Cycle going for the compound down south of Team Dope so much earlier, and I love it. Even though the circle did go a little bit off put from that location, it's still going to be a great foothold. Just even for temporary location is going to be great. As Atigos is pushing towards one player. That is Bazzi of Team Dope. It's going to be a mini 1v1 happening, but Pusat from a distance, he still wants to have something to do with this fight. He doesn't want to take it to full 1v1 as Bazzi, he's got the groove, so he's going to pop off, and that's going to be 1 knock onto Atigos, going instantly for the flush.
Say hello to my little friend, Bazzi says. As he gets that knockdown, confirmed that kill. WWS also from 4 Romanian men going down. Still 3 players that's standing for that side, so they're definitely not in the worst position, but they've yet to push their way into the circle. The swamp in control of some of these teams as a Molotov is going to get thrown out.
Oh, it's barbecue time. Bazzi's going to be cooked too. A crisp, nice and tasty. I'll have my Bazzi well done. Thank you very much. Now Team Dope down to Slobos, Harb, and a frag. Trying their best to just remain in that shack. But Shacks, you know what the issue is with that. Unfortunately, 1 grenade, and you go poof. It's a magic trick. You get eliminated instantly.
I do like the fact that all the Team Dope didn't commit to that shack. So Bazzi was on the offline. Even though he's gone down, he was able to do a decent bit of work. But now 3 players left standing for their side. 4 kills so far. Clay GLA looking for Rana for Romanian men. Confirmed that kill.
Yeah, WWS also is going to be dropped down. Dennis and Dexter still in this one. But you know what? Dexter, he's a deadly man. He showed he can clutch these fights. Was not too much of an issue. And now you're going to be seeing, especially Atlantes Cycle, holding on to that really good location. They got a really good foothold. Also, a good little area to peek from. Victor still behind for Red Reserve. So you know what? A clutch move could still happen. He's going to be running out. It's phase 6 blue zone, about to shift on to phase 7. So that damage is going to be a little bit too much for him to fathom with. So he doesn't want to make do with that whatsoever. But there you go. That's going to be the end of Red Reserve. Out in 6. 5 teams still in play. As the center is going to be held over by Team Dope.
Bro, your caster Carson feels bad, man. Indeed, also feels bad for Puset of Team Magic. There he goes down to his knees.
Yeah, there it is. The smoke going to be allowing them to push their way forward. 4 Romanian men between Atlantes Cycle, between Clay, GLA, 2 teams that have proven himself time and time again. They know how to take a fight. The 4 Romanian men, without that man advantage, without that 4-man team, it's going to make things just that little bit more tricky to pull through with. Still got Magic with a few players trying to snake their way through. And you know what? There's 25% success rate. Tarek makes it through. But here it is. Ratsman waking up from his deep slumber behind that rock. Going to be taking down Dennis at the drop of a hat.
Wow, Team Dope still inside this circle. But they're going to have 4 other teams wrapping around them. So can they hold on to 360-degree pressure?
No.
As KGLA get taken out by Atlantes Cycle. Feels bad, man, indeed.
I'm surprised you actually peeked and stayed prone outside of the rock's protection for so damn long. You're making it easy pickings for you, and that's going to be the end of that team. Eliminated Clay GLA out in 5th. Still, good first game, 5th position. I'm going to count that as an L. As a W, sorry.
12 kills for 4 Romanian men. Double digits already as they are in the top 4.
That is a great way to kick off your 3rd day of PMCO. Now, still 4 Romanian men under fire. Dennis trying to push without Dexter. Maybe a little bit more team play would have been enjoyable for them. Sheriff going to be trying to get a car forward. Make some protection. You want to exploit it yourself. This is a really good foothold. I love what Sheriff is doing from that location. Ty going to be pushing away from the roadside, making it behind that little rock. Gonna go for the spray. That's gonna be Magic out in 4th. Really good spray from down below. Sheriff showing once again why he's one of the top European players. And now 3 teams in place. 4 Romanian men, Atlantes Cycle, and Team Dope.
I shot the Sheriff, but I did not shoot the Deputy. As we see Atlantes Cycle, 1 of 3 teams left standing, along with Dope and 4 Romanian men. Shots are coming through. Nice by Sheriff to once again get that pressure on the Team Dope.
Now the thing is, I'm really scared for Team Dope. I said it right. You're in a shack. Grenades are going to be your big boy issue. So if they get close enough, which is what seems like Sheriff wants to do, he's going to crash it right into that crate. I love how he's playing. He's so proactive. Trying to take this game in the palm of his hand. Now, if he's close enough, does he have some grenades? He's not going to go for it. You know what? Grenade has for the weak. He's going to go for the push with his barrel. Takes down one. Slobber is trying to heal up. Sending the entire squad. The cavalry is indeed here. Team Dope drops down in 2nd position. And it's going to be winner, chicken dinner for none other than Atlantes Cycle.
Wow, that control, that push, that aggression, just so well executed by Atlantes Cycle. And they were also kind of taking the fight to 4 Romanian men as well. But Sheriff was easy to stand out.
Really hard for Nox to apply pressure onto them, and they would have been completely A-okay. But Red Reserve out of the lobby in 8th. 7 teams still in play. Pmco going to try his best, but that's going to be also Scrim Farm dropped out in 7th. Now we're down to 6. The one team's been taken, actually, the advantage of the absolute, insanity that's been happening on the edges of the circle is Atlantes Cycle potentially going for a double chicken dinner today on day 3.
They could definitely get it done, and because of the amount of teams that have been taken out in the open around them, right? Red Reserve, Scrim Farm, the likes of Nox. Well, actually, Nox aren't out, but they're still inside this game. It means that there's a lot more space, and the fact that the circle has gone in their favor, it means that they don't have to move, so teams are going to engage on each other as they move into the circle. I also want to say that Bloodline have done a fantastic job still being in this game as a full squad, taking advantage of those circle shifts.
Yeah, they're pushing on forward, making over to the hay bale shack over there down below. That is great, but Atlantes Cycle, I believe they might be in grenade distance. Oh, here it is. As I said, that the grenades are going to be coming on through. They're going to be exploding in front of the hay bale, so Alan will be safe with his ally also. But Atlantes Cycle now, they just got so much scope. They can check out the north, they can check out the south, and even over to the west. No team is away from the harm that could get put down in this lobby by Atlantes Cycle. But here it is. The sprays are going to be in swing, but I'm surprised that Team Dope has yet to really get fully involved. And as they slowly try and just peek their heads above, they're going to be instantly punished. Frag losing his head in a matter of a few seconds, as Team Dope are going to be down to only 1 player. Very close to X team. That's going to be Harb in the smokes. He's got spotted out there on the side. I think this just might be the end of Team Dope. And as I said that, there you go. They get dropped instantly in 5th. 4 teams will still be alive, but Bloodline able to hold on to that position. I'm genuinely surprised, Imperium.
I think it was just a little bit too far on the back of the hay bale area that the grenades could be effective. Plus, Atlantes Cycle kind of realized, hey, there's a few teams trying to push around us. We have to be a bit more proactive on every area, and we can't be too narrow-minded. And I like that. Focus on who you can take out rather than who you are trying to take out.
I like the fact that they kept Nurofen. I like the fact that they kept Nurofen a little bit on the backside. It's a position that's really hard for him to hold on to, so I think it's going to ask a lot of effort from him. Nox now, so they're going to try and take it. They have the full control of the northern edge. Nurofen's the only one that really causing a little bit of an issue for them. They might just have to get rid of this. A little bit of an issue, the little pebble in the shoe, and they should be okay to move on forward. As they are now, every single player is in this lobby except for Nurofen, or in the circle except for Nurofen. He's get instantly dropped down by Nox. Now, we only got 4 teams still in play. Just have 5 kills actually going up to Bloodline despite losing Nurofen, so that's still a pretty decent kill count going to this one. Was a minimum top 4 position.
Kabahala by the tractor. Prone down for now. It's just a matter of time waiting for this next circle to move on up. It has shifted over down to the southwest. It's in favor of X team, but they're far from in a safe position. The team that is at risk the most is Nox. Feels bad for them. They haven't had an easy game, but they've survived into the top 4, especially considering where they were in the overall standings coming into this game. It's a great return to form by Nox.
Andy trying to go for the engage. I like the fact that they try to go for a little bit of a spread. It could give them the advantage if they connect those shots properly, which is going to be happening for Zombie. Finds a juicy headshot. And now Apahala a little bit split away. Oh, this is Golden Mirado still. Ooh, that's pretty nice. You know what? Even though it has no influence on the gameplay whatsoever, I still think it's pretty cool to have it still alive and completely unharmed in this game. But Atlantes cycled in like a perfect corridor, making it really easy pickings for the team spreading it down from above. That's going to be Andy. He is just having the time of his life behind that hay bale, taking down one. Sheriff's going to be behind that tractor, trying to avoid detection, trying to make it out free. But now grenades. X team have been playing pretty passive in terms of using those nades. They use a lot of smokes, but nades are still on the menu for them to chuck it towards Atlantes cycle.
X team, they only have 2 players up, but they're playing and controlling the circle as if they have a full squad. So well played. Of course, using the third-person perspective to their advantage. The fact that they're reacting so quickly is making a huge difference.
And as you said, like they feel like a 4-man team. What is happening for X team? I'm absolutely enjoying this performance. Apahala on an off angle. The Nox were really not too prepared to fight from Oxan now because he heard those shots. He thinks a little bit more prepared as he's going to be peeking on over. He's going for the barrel push in the open. A little bit tricky for Kapahala. Hits one of the Oxan. Gonna hit some extra bullet. One more is all he needs. That seemed like we have a little bit of a lobby issue right there. But Kapahala does indeed win the 5 versus Nox. They get eliminated in 4th. And now it's all between Atlantes Cycle, Bloodline, and X Team.
I just love the little kind of pressurized shots by Kapahala to keep Nox behind the hay bale. And it was at risk because he was getting low on his clips. But the fact that he was able to control that was so nicely done. 3 teams left. X Team, Atlantes Cycle, and Bloodline.
Oh, that grenade. Oh, that grenade. Oh, my God. I thought it was right on top of Sheriff and Edig for a second. I had my hopes up. But we did lose Zombie for X Team. So now they're down to only 3v1 v1 in this lobby. It was 5 players still in play. Atlantes Cycle, once again, they got the first chicken dinner of the day. 17 kills. And and that's not enough for us. But Kapahala dropped very low because of that utility. Gonna try his best. They got 35 seconds, so that's a lot of time for Kapahala to be able to snake his way in a more advantaged position to take that future fight. But he's only got 9 bandages, which to make it up to full health, that's not the best situation.
And look how much out in the open he is. It's just... It's going to be a wing and a prayer for Kapahala to survive past 3rd place. Valiant effort so far from Bloodline. So it's an effort that has proved to be very effective for them. But trying to make it into the top 2 is going to be so much harder.
I saw the exploded Golden Mirado. No. He was like father to me. I loved him like my son. What? No, Andy! My son is dead. Andy is gone. 3rd position for X Team. Still a really good attempt. They control that circle like a bunch of absolute champs. And now they know there's only 1 player remaining. They want to try and go for a little bit of a spread. They're hearing the gunshots. They know where he is. That should be an easy spray for him. Kapahala going to try and drop down. Sheriff, he hits it from a distance with the barrel. B got scattered at the very end. And that's going to be 2 chicken dinners going over to none other than Atlantes Cycle.
Very well played game. They controlled towards the end. They still had 3